Hey everybody, welcome back to a rainy day here at Clipboard Cars. Today we have a 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. Alright, so in this video we're going to cover 5 interesting exterior features as well as 5 interesting interior features. We'll show you a whole walk around of the vehicle all opened up, then we'll take it for a drive, give you our impressions. Now the first exterior detail that I want to talk about is the rugged, boxy styling that they did for the Bronco Sport. It's a much more masculine, just tough looking thing for the mid-size SUV market, something that's starting to become more and more common in automotive design, and I love how Ford did it here. The next exterior detail I want to talk about is the front grille. It's got these cool hex designs here, and then it has the giant Bronco badging right across the front, as well as these awesome new LED headlights. The next exterior detail I want to cover is the actual roof of the vehicle. This actually goes back to the old Land Rover days where it actually goes flat up here and then it bubbles up and goes back that way. That allows for better headroom on the interior as well as more trunk space while allowing the front driver's and passenger seats to have the same amount of room but sit a little bit lower. The next exterior feature I want to cover isn't exactly on this one, but it is an option that you can get, and it's called the Sasquatch package. They have it for the big Bronco, and they also have an option for it here on the baby Bronco. So what that includes is skid plates and additional underbody protection, 17-inch wheels with all-terrain tires, recovery hooks, a full-size spare, high clearance fenders. It's a pretty cool package. So as a bonus feature that I want to talk about for the exterior, I like this because it's just unique and handy to have. The top glass on the tailgate actually opens up, and that way you can fit other things like, you know, if you got a surfboard that you can't fit on top, you want to fit it out here and you want to have it stick out the back, or you got lumber or whatever, you have the ability to have larger things come out the back, or if you just want to have quick access without having a bunch of stuff spill out, you can just reach in, get what you need. They have a little Easter egg here. For whatever reason, they managed to put mountains into the plastic. Because Bronco, Adventure, whatever. Let's close this up. The first interior feature that I want to cover is the 13.2-inch infotainment system. This has the Sync 4 system. It works great. It's super fast, has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. All works very quickly. It's just super smooth to operate. Can't say enough good things about this unit. The next thing I want to talk about is the 12.3-inch digital screen for your gauge cluster. Has a ton of information on here that you can access as far as engine systems, RPM, what mode you're in for off-road, on-road, slippery, all that kind of stuff. It's very clear, shows you everything you need to know. The next thing I want to talk about is if you get the tech package, that gets you the B&O sound system, and I highly recommend it. Again, if you like a good sound system in your vehicle, the base model sound systems that come in these are not good at all, and it's really worth the extra money if you want to have decent sound for going on long road trips. The next thing I want to cover are the premium leather seats that you get in the Bronco Sport as far as the Outer Banks package goes. This particular one has this brown on black / cloth, but it's also kind of a vinyl-ish leather, so it's going to be real easy to clean up, and it can handle a lot more abuse than standard leather would. The last feature that I want to cover are the amount of charging ports that you have in this vehicle. You've got 2 up here, you've got 2 more back there, you've got some other 2 more right here, you got a third, and you got a wireless charger port here. You've got more in the back as far as the trunk goes. You're pretty well covered if you want to charge things in here. Bonus interior feature that I think is super cool, especially for tailgating at night, or just late at night trying to load things up. You've got 2 adjustable lights up here that you can activate using this button right here. So you go ahead, hit this button, and then it turns on 2 LED lights right here that are adjustable that you can push, and they rotate so you can have it point this way, or if you need to have more light pointing into the actual trunk, it's all there. We are driving the Ford Bronco Sport. Again, this is the Outer Banks edition. This is one of the higher trim levels that you can get for the Ford Bronco Sport. Pricing for these is going to be anywhere from low 30s to mid 40s, depending on options. So as I'm driving the Bronco Sport, love the gauge cluster, super clear, has everything I need to know as far as gas, engine temp, RPMs, speed, all that kind of stuff. I can cycle through different menus to find different things that I need. The infotainment screen here, clear as day, easy to access, touchscreen super fast, responsive. It's got a 360 cam for when I back up or pull into parking spaces. Looking down at the center console, you've got 2 cup holders, and again, you've got your charging pad stuff further up the center console where you've got wireless charging. You've got 2 charge ports for USB-C, standard USB, as well as a regular cigarette lighter. When it comes to the middle of the dash, you've got a few buttons that you can work with here. You've got your auto start stop, maximum defrost, hazard lights, traction control, parking sensor lights, as well as your camera options where you can actually cycle through cameras that you want to look at, because again, 360 camera, you can check out anywhere that you have a hard time seeing. You also have your volume knob and power button to the infotainment system as an actual hard button, which is super nice. Outside of that though, everything else is operated through the infotainment system. So if you want to operate your heated seats, you got to go through there. If you want to operate the temperature as well as fan speed, also you'll have to go there, as well as wind or fan direction. When you go behind the infotainment screen, there are 2 charge ports as well as a little storage pocket, whether you want to keep your sunglasses there or whatever. But those charge ports are meant for either GoPros if you plan on taking this thing off-road or going on some random adventures, or if you want to power a dash cam, that's where you would hook it all up. Very easy to get to. When it comes to back seat space, it's pretty limited in the Bronco Sport, and I don't understand why. For how big this vehicle is, I would have expected a bit more legroom back there. I'm 6'3" and I struggle to fit back there, but if you have kids and that's all you plan on having back there, you should be just fine. The Bronco Sport has 2 different engine options. The first one being a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder EcoBoost, and it's got 181 horsepower and 190 foot-pounds of torque. It's pretty good, and it's actually also known as the more reliable engine over the 2 options that you get for this. Now the second engine you can get is a 1.5 liter EcoBoost. That's a 4-cylinder, and it has 250 horsepower as well as 253 foot-pounds of torque. When it comes to 0 to 60 times, the less powerful 3-cylinder engine is going to have an 8.2 second 0 to 60 time, while the 4-cylinder is going to have a 5.9 second 0 to 60 time. Pretty substantial. Both engine options come with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and they're also all-wheel drive. The difference with the 4-cylinder version is that is only optioned with the Sasquatch package, and that'll also provide additional trans-cooling for the transmission. When it comes to towing capacity, the 3-cylinder engine is looking at 2,200 pounds, while the 4-cylinder is looking at 2,700 pounds. When it comes to fuel economy for both engines, the 3-cylinder engine is going to get 25 miles per gallon city and roughly 30 miles per gallon highway, while the 4-cylinder version is going to get 21 miles per gallon city and 27 miles per gallon highway. I would expect actually better fuel economy than that, but since this is shaped like a brick, I think it's doing okay. Overall, the ride quality on the Bronco Sport is pretty good. A little stiff, but honestly, it rides just like any other vehicle in this segment. I do feel a little bit more cool or tough. The squared off hood, it's got these 2 humps right in the middle. It looks just, I feel like I'm driving a pretty cool vehicle, even though it has a 3-cylinder engine under the hood. As far as actual legroom and headroom in the front 2 seats, it's substantially different from the back seats. So again, 6'3", and I've got, oh my gosh, almost like a foot of space above my head. And then the actual legroom, it's pretty good. I've got about, I don't know, 10 inches of room before my knees hit the dash. So pretty spacious, pretty comfortable. So my foot's all the way down, and I think we're accelerating fast. It's got a decent amount of pickup. I'm not saying that this is any Bronco Raptor or anything. Speaking of which, you guys should check out the Bronco Raptor video, because that thing was a ton of fun to drive. I want to give a shout out to Aikens Ford for providing us with this car today. They are hands down one of the best Ford dealerships to deal with when it comes to buying a new Ford vehicle or a used Ford vehicle. Thank you so much, guys. So I hope this video was informative for you guys on the Bronco Sport. Overall, I think it's a great family vehicle as far as a new family goes. If you got younger kids, they'll fit back there just fine. There's plenty of trunk space. If you have any questions on this vehicle, make sure you leave a comment down below. If you know some fun facts about the Bronco Sport that I haven't talked about today, drop a comment down below on that as well. As always, like and subscribe. We'll see you guys for the next video.